empezar, ¿por qué piensas que la inmigración nos trata tan mal?
Una mujer pobre les representa gastos infinitos al gobierno.
Cuando se haga lo que tú dices, van a tener que pagarle seguridad social.
Respecting the law, and if you don't respect the law, you know what's going to happen to you.
¿Noticias hace cuánto agarraron una guagua llena de haitianos?
My name is Marcus Barrow, and this is the Breach Podcast. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching. My name is Marcus Barrow, and this is the Breach Podcast. Today, we're going to talk about real estate. I know a lot of you are interested to know about this sector. It's been booming in the past 20 years in Dominican Republic. And I have the honor to welcome an expert. He's a lawyer. He knows everything about the legal framework to invest in real estate in Dominican Republic. Please welcome Johan Confidente. How are you, Johan?
Marcus, I'm doing very well. Thank you a lot for having me here today. It's a great honor for me to be in this podcast, and I'll have the pleasure to answer all the questions and talk about real estate, which is what we do for. It's our passion. Mm-hmm. It's definitely our passion.
Yeah. Before we get to the real estate, which I know is the main topic, I met Johan in Punta Cana. Thank you, Johan, for coming all the way from Punta Cana to be with us at We Connect in Santo Domingo. I truly, truly appreciate it. Every time I want to talk to people about real estate and the legal framework, I see one firm. I see OCC, which is your firm. When I met you, I was truly, truly impressed by your professionalism, the way that you dedicated about this, and all the feedback that people say about you. You're the best in the market.
Thank you.
We can say it. But before we get to the whole real estate, who is Johan Confidente? Que tu parles un peu français aussi. Tu peux nous dire bonjour en français là.
Bonjour. En français, oui, je parle un petit peu français. Alors, ça veut dire que si vous avez des questions en français, on peut toujours parler en français. Mais bueno, on préfère en anglais.
En anglais. We're going to do it in English.
C'est plus facile.
Nice. So who is Johan Confidente?
Well, Johan Confidente was born and raised in La Romana.
Okay.
La Romana is just like an hour and a half from Santo Domingo. And 40 minutes from Punta Cana.
Okay.
I went to school in La Romana, like elementary school and everything in La Romana. And then I did my law school here in Santo Domingo. Mm-hmm. My master degree was also in San Pedro de Macorís. Mm-hmm. And I've been in Punta Cana for the last 18 years, been in the law practice for the last 11 years, and always doing real estate.
Yes.
I've seen Punta Cana from not the very beginning, but if you go back 18 years ago, then you'll see that there's a lot of things now that wasn't there when I first got to Punta Cana. Mm-hmm. And I definitely have the honor to live in Punta Cana and see how Punta Cana has been changing to better, and be where we are right now, one of the top destinations in the whole Caribbean.
Yes, that's awesome.
And it's a great honor to feel the vibe and to see how people trust and come to Punta Cana and they like it more and more.
That is
and
amazing.
We're so happy to be part of that.
I've been here and I have my firm, IMO Ventures, that we help people in the real estate business. I really see there's a trust about coming here. There's really that passion that these foreigners, they want to come here to invest. Why Punta Cana? Why do you think people go to Punta Cana?
I like that question, Marcus. and the reason I like it is that's the reason I am in Punta Cana.
In Punta Cana, yeah.
Punta Cana is definitely the place of opportunity in the Dominican Republic. And why place of opportunity? When I talk to my clients from Europe, from the US, from Canada, they say, Johan, I cannot buy a property in my country. Okay. Properties are way too expensive. Plus, there's nothing available if I want to buy. There is not much that I can buy. But here in Punta Cana, the whole Dominican Republic, but more specific in Punta Cana, you have so many options.
Okay.
Whether it's a beachfront property or a rental property, second home. So you have plenty of option, and just think about it. The cost of living is cheaper than most of the
these countries.
And the climate. We have such a good weather here.
Nice.
The nice people. Then we also have good restaurants. We have good options for everything. Whether it's health, we have good hospitals here. So people who are in age, they can come because we have good hospitals here. In Santo Domingo, and we have good hospitals also in Punta Cana.
Yes.
So Punta Cana is definitely the place to go, and is the place of opportunity, because guess what? 63% in average of the tourists coming to the Dominican Republic, they will go to Punta Cana. So it means that if you buy a place for rent, you will do business.
Yes,
you will do business,
and that's why people are investing. But let's say for you as a lawyer that is in real estate, do you cover all Santo Domingo, or you specifically cover Punta Cana?
Well, my office is based in Punta Cana, so it means that my focus, I cover Santo Domingo when it's necessary. If I have a client that is buying here, it's only 1.5. It's only 2 hours.
Yes,
so it's not too far. And but we're based in Punta Cana.
You're based in Punta Cana.
We're based in Punta Cana.
Perfect.
Yes.
Now let's talk about the services that OCC, Oficina Confidente Cueto, offers to I know it very well. I know it very well because Confidente was with us at our recent real estate summit. Me personally, and you know it, I am a fan of your work and your whole team, the way that you guys are structured. Tell us more about like the services that you offer to someone that is watching today. And the real estate what services.
Well, Johan Confidente is sitting right here, but it's not about Johan Confidente. It's about our client. And Johan Confidente by himself, he cannot do much.
No.
So I rely on a good team that I have that is a team of professional, multilingual, good assistants. So we have a team, a structure to assist our client from the very beginning until the end of their process.
Yes.
So we don't want our client to have doubts or to have concerns. No, we're here to assist our client from the very beginning with all the questions to help them to understand how safe is their investment in the DR, what are their protections in the DR, and make sure that they understand all along the process. Our client needs to be informed. They need to know.
They need to be
informed. What will the next step be? So they need to know moving forward that you will get a title, that we will do all the researches, all the verifications for you. So this is the type of service that we put in place for our client. And again, it's not about me. It's about a teamwork.
Yes.
It's me. It's other lawyers working at our firm, and all of us going after the same goal, working under the same ethical and commitment with our clients.
That's great. And speaking of safe, how safe it is to invest here. Me as a foreigner, that's really the first that's my first question. Is it safe to invest here? We're not gonna talk about like a Haitian, which we're probably gonna do later, but for a foreigner watching today, is it safe to invest in Dominican Republic? What are the laws that protect a foreigner while investing here?
And that's like a very good question, and I like to answer that question. And the reason I like answering that question is because I always tell my client that Dominican Republic is the perfect legislation for a foreign investor. And why is that? Our constitutional law guarantees the same rights and the benefit of foreign investors as for Dominicans. I think that's a good level of protection.
Great. Yes,
because my government is not making any difference from a Dominican or any foreign investor. Any at all. When I say any, if it's a Haitian, if it's an American, if it's a Canadian, if it's a European, we don't make any difference. All investors are treated the same way. All investors have the same rights and obligations in the Dominican Republic. And I think that's one of the biggest guarantee in place for the investors. We don't penalize you for being foreigner.
Okay.
We want you to come. We
Okay.
want you to bring your investment. And why is it safe, or how is it safe? Well, the laws, the constitutional law is that going to give you that main protection, and that laws are enforceable for the authorities, for everybody. Plus, we have a democratic country, will respect your human rights, your ownership, private ownership. Also, incentive in place, like tax exonerations,
very interesting.
facilities to obtain a residency in the DR. You just have to accomplish procedures and some conditions as any other country in the world, but we facilitate things for foreign investor as country, as a legislation.
Awesome.
As I said, is a perfect legislation, Dominican Republic.
That's good. And it's good that you mentioned that. When one of the things that you said here is the protection of intellectual property. We know that, let's say, people would have that main question. Let's talk about the Haiti. I'm from Haiti, you know that.
Yeah.
One of the questions that we get the most is like, what makes me think that one day the Dominican, digamos, president is not gonna sign a law to say, you know what, all these properties that these land that you just bought is not for you anymore. What would you tell someone that is thinking that right now?
Well, our economy is based on foreign investment. So if we do something like that, it's like if we renounce to more than 30% of the income that comes related to tourism, to remesa. How do you say remesa in English?
Remesa, the transfer, the international transfer.
Yeah. So we will renounce to all of this, and this is something that we cannot do. And this is just from the point of view of the economic side.
Yes.
But if you go to the international agreement that the Dominican Republic has with the international community, by the way, we're part of the international community, which is also another level of guarantee for foreign investors, that you know that we're not only respecting the law because we decided, respecting your human rights or your private ownership because we decided to do that. It's also because of the international obligations, the international agreement that we have in place that we are obligated to respect. The consequences are so huge for us if we ever decide to do something like that. Just think about Dominican Republic has been open to the world, and we have investors from all over. So if we just say we're not going to respect the ownership of investors, then we have a major issue. So it's not possible for something like that to happen. Plus, we've been in democracy for over since 1961, and our democracy has not been interrupted since that moment.
Okay.
So I think putting all these facts together is a good level of protection and guarantee for foreign investors, especially when you talk about international community. That is, all the agreement, all the obligations are directly enforceable to the country. So the country is not just going to decide, hey, we're not going to recognize your right on that property. No, this cannot happen.
Okay. Can a foreigner own a land here? I think a lot of people want to know that because they think they can only buy a condo, but they, as a foreigner, cannot own the land.
And that's a good question, Marcus, because some people think that when you buy a property here, any kind of property, especially land, that is a long-term lease, but it's not. You're buying the property, and that property remains in your patrimony until you sell it or you transfer it through any of the method established for you to transfer your property.
Okay.
So there is no way that the government is going to either take it away from you or that you're going to lose your right on the property within X period of time, because it's not a long-term lease.
Yeah.
It is
it's your
ownership. Yes.
And it's good that you reinforcing that, because I feel like a lot of people would want to hear that because they want to come, like there's this hype about like coming here to invest. There's this hype and this hype is real. Like you have like a lot of people really coming, and I think like it's I'm really happy that you mentioned that, because when you do that, you're not only gonna do it towards Haitian, but you're also putting in risk all the economy that this country
Absolutely.
that depend on the foreigners. You have Venezuelan here, you have the Italians, you have the Spanish. There's a lot of people
Americans,
here, Americans, Canadian, and if you have the international committee watching.
Exactly.
So it is your absolute I say right to just protect them.
Yeah. And the way you put it is absolutely right, because it's not the investor who's going to have the biggest problem. The DR will.
The DR will. Yes, I agree.
Then I protect your rights because I need to do so, because it's in my best interest to protect your rights.
Yes.
Then this is what we do.
And I believe so, yes, because it has to be like that. Now, let's walk us through the process of a foreigner that wants to buy a condo here, or buy a property here. What are the steps?
Well, number one step is to find a good real estate agent. That's the number one thing, because when you have a good real estate agent that will guide you through, will present you the good products, the good location, the good area. And I always learn in real estate, location is important.
It's important.
But also the good potential for equity, good potential for renting the property, and things like that. Once you have the good agent and you find your dream property, or the property that you like, then you immediately need to hire a real estate attorney. Immediately after.
Immediately, yeah.
Why? You need to take that property off the market. And how do you take that property off the market? The way you do it is by making a formal letter of intent or an offer. That's the way you do it.
Oh yeah? Well, people, is it into the practice? People do that?
Absolutely. After you find your property, you have to make sure you take it off the market, especially in this moment in time.
Okay.
In Punta Cana, the market is just
crazy.
It's crazy hot. It's crazy hot at this moment in time. So whenever, I always tell my client, if you know this is the property you like, let's secure it. Let's take it off the market. So you don't think about it for a week or two, then after you come, no, the property is no longer in the market. Someone else already bought it, right? Then after you lock that property, we immediately after start with the due diligence process, meaning we do all the verifications to make sure that the property is in good standing, it's free and clear, that there is no outstanding taxes or HOA fees, there is no easement, no litigation against the property. This is the type of work that we will do, acting as the lawyer of the buyers and on behalf of the buyers. Once we make sure that the property is clean, then we connect again with the client to let them know that where the property was found free and clear, that we can proceed with the final closing. All this happens in the average of 3 to 4 weeks. 3 to 4 weeks, unless that we find any major issue, major problem, then the time will be dictated that by the situation that we might find, right?
Like you have a buyer that wants to like get their investment there, and I'm speaking of that because we've seen how people are so eager to come and buy. If you find that a property has any legal issue, how do you manage this, and how do you let your client know about the situation?
Yeah, well, communication is the key part, and open-minded, right? We have to say open-minded, because sometimes there is a problem, but it's a problem that will be resolved within 2-3 weeks or within a month or two, and that might be a good point of negotiation. You might take advantage of that situation, knowing that we will be able to resolve it in the short time. Then when we find out a problem, it doesn't mean not to buy.
Okay.
It means let's see what is the problem about,
and find a solution.
Yeah, let's see if we can resolve the problem. If we cannot resolve the problem in the short term, or it's way too complicated, the right on the property is not clear, then these are the type of problem that we say no. Immediately know, because there are some level of problems. If it's a major issue that you know that the right on the property is not clear, then you don't want to deal with that.
You don't want to deal with that.
But if it's a matter of a document, if it's a matter of something that is in process, or some minor things, we can always evaluate.
Okay, that's good to know, because and one of the reasons that we having this conversation, because we know so many people are buying, but they don't understand that they have to start with, let's say, the legal part.
Yeah.
Because it's not like you find the property and then it's later. I feel like there's this whole like I have to say reverse procedure that they find the property, they sign, and then they go and find a lawyer. So you need to start with a lawyer, let them understand, okay, I'm gonna buy this, take a look at the documents, see if there's anything that, you know, about this investment, and then you go for it.
And it's important that the way you present it, because the lawyer has to get involved in the process since the very beginning. Because then the lawyer will be paying attention to all the details. Sometimes you hire the lawyer, but there are mistakes already. You have given a lot of money down already, and it might be late.
Might be late.
Then you do want to hire your attorney, and you want your attorney to be involved in the process since the very beginning of the transaction, because this is how we can protect it, protect the whole thing. Not only you don't hire a lawyer to say, "Hey, can you do me a contract?" That's not the right way. The right way is that you want a lawyer to make sure that you buy a property and that you get a clean property transferred to your name.
Yes.
And that's not a matter of a contract. That is a process. That's a whole process that we have to perform. And it takes expertise for that. It takes the right lawyer, not any lawyer. You need a real estate lawyer. One of the common mistakes that people make sometimes is when they buy in pre-construction, they go to the developers, and the developers tell them that they don't need a lawyer because it's pre-construction. But no, this is wrong.
This is wrong.
You need a lawyer. Why? Is the lawyer of the developer going to protect your interest or the developer's interest?
And it's true, because most of these projects, they come with their own lawyers.
Exactly.
But the client needs to understand that I need to have my own lawyer for my interest.
Exactly. So you need to be represented.
Yes.
The lawyer of the developer, it's going to protect the interests of the developer.
Yes.
Then your interests need to be also protected by a lawyer that will be looking after your best interests only.
Yes, so totally true. Now let's look at this foreigner that wants to buy a property here. Do they need a Dominican to buy a property here, or they can buy by being a foreigner?
And I'm laughing just because that's something that's false. You know.
Yeah.
Dominican Republic, as I said in the beginning, is the perfect legislation for foreign investor. You can have a company, you can own a company on your own. You don't need to have a Dominican partner in order for you to register a corporation in the DR. You do not need a Dominican partner to buy a property. No. The immigration status has nothing to do with you buying a property.
Okay.
There is no require for any immigration status for you to buy property. So it's not subject. Buying a property is not subject to being resident or not of the Dominican Republic. As a tourist, you can buy hotels, you can buy condos, you can buy lands, you can own any real estate property, and you can do as many business as you can in the Dominican Republic. And there is no need to become resident unless you want to.
Yeah, unless you want to. And
Exactly.
and that's a good point, because I feel like, you know, with our connection with buyers that wants to come here, they always have this perception that, oh, I'm a foreigner, like I don't know if I can buy, or do I need residence to buy? But at the end of the day, it's good that you're putting this reinforcement that you can buy.
Yes, absolutely. There is no restriction at all. All you need to have is the money, right? If
The
you
money.
have the money, you can come.
Yes, that's good to know. Now let's talk about like the returns. Like someone comes and invests. You know, we know you are in Punta Cana, but would you advise them to go check elsewhere? Let's say go in Santo Domingo, Cabrera, or Las Terrenas. How do you see that vibe of people investing here?
Well, I think the whole Dominican Republic is in a very, very good momentum right now. And you have lots of options. I think Punta Cana is the best place in terms of return, in terms of equity, in terms of rental market. I think Punta Cana is definitely the best place. And considering that we're receiving at least 63% of the tourists coming to the Dominican Republic, then definitely we have to think that the Dominican Republic, Punta Cana must be the best place to invest. However, Santo Domingo is a good place. Cabarete, Sosua, the whole Dominican Republic has a lot to offer. Dominican has lots of options.
That's good to just let everybody know, like, you know what, depends on your need, what you're looking for. If it's beach, go to Punta Cana. If it's be in the city, you can be here as well.
The legal frame is going to be the same. So the legal frame, whether you buy in Punta Cana, you buy in any other part of the Dominican Republic that you buy, the legal frame will be the same.
Nice.
Meaning that you will have the same level of protection.
Okay. That's good to know. Now let's talk about like the tax. A lot of people, they interested in knowing, let's say, if they're American, do they have to pay double taxation while investing in Dominican Republic?
Well, it's clear that you did your work, right? Before this
Yes.
Well, there's no dual taxation between the Dominican Republic and US or Canada, even Europe. There is no dual taxation at all.
Okay.
You just have to I always recommend my client to double check any information with their tax advisors in their country, but absolutely no dual taxation between the Dominican Republic and the US, the Dominican Republic and Canada. There is no dual taxation at all. Once you pay your taxes in the DR, you just have to prove, to demonstrate that you paid your taxes here already. You declare, but you don't really have to pay.
Awesome.
However, as I said, I recommend to double check that information with your tax advisor back home.
Great. That's a good advice. Because, you know, we want people to not only rely on Santo Domingo, because you have to check in your own country.
Absolutely.
How is it to, you know, be a foreigner elsewhere?
Absolutely. How to apply, how to present
Foreign
the information, how to inform the government. Yes, I have a property in the DR. Yes, I am renting my property, but I already pay taxes in the DR, and this is my proof that my taxes were paid in the DR. Don't be afraid. You won't have to pay taxes again.
Okay, that's good information to know. Also, we also speaking with these foreign investors. There's one point that they always mention: when they come here, they invest. They're not a tourist anymore. Right? They would like, let's say, if they have a house in Punta Cana, they would like to, if they want to stay 30 days, they might stay 30 days. But we see in the legal, let's say, immigration aspect, if someone is investing and is not applying for the residence, they can only stay for 30 days. Do you think there's any law that is being implemented or considering these foreigners that are coming here to invest in real estate?
The good thing about immigration is that when you come in as a tourist, usually you come for a week or two, 1 month. There's some other people that are retired. They want to stay for 6 months. They want to stay the winter here and then go back home when it's hot. And depending on your condition, your situation, you can apply for a residency. And the Dominican Republic is open to foreign investors, to receive foreigners in their condition. So according to your condition, you might have a type of visa that goes with your type of situation. So my advice will be, if you're planning to stay in the Dominican Republic for over 30 days, which is the average time that immigration will stamp when you come into the country, they will usually give you 30 days. But according to the law, you can legally stay in the country up to 90 days.
Okay.
So up to 90 days. However, it's very important to pay attention and see how many days immigration will give you when you enter to the country. Is in average 30 days, right? Is in average 30 days. But people that are retired, they can apply for visa. If business people making a fixed income for over $2,000, they are eligible to apply for visa. Let me clarify that. If you're on a salary paycheck, $2,000, that is non-applicable.
Okay.
It has to be profit.
Okay.
Net profit.
Profit, okay.
Net profit, $2,000 per month.
Awesome.
Right?
Okay.
But there's plenty of options for investors or foreigners to obtain a Dominican residency.
Okay.
There's plenty of options. Yes.
That's great. That's great. Now let's walk. We talk a lot about like the foreigners and how they are investing here and real estate in Dominican Republic. How do you see the future of the real estate here? Because a lot of people, they also say, the market might be saturated. Because if you have that many condos, who's gonna be in these condos? How do you see the future?
Well, the Dominican Republic has the goal to achieve to 10 millions of tourists.
Okay.
And pre-pandemic, we were already at 6.2.
Yeah.
Pre-pandemic.
Last year was 4.
Yes. Even with pandemic,
with
it was 4.
Yeah.
So imagine there is a big room when your goal is 10 million and you are up to 6.2. So I don't think the market is saturated. I think it's a good momentum. And I think that we will continue to transform and make the country attractive. We'll make it create new opportunities that will go according to the type of investors, the type of tourists that will be coming to the DR. But I think the market is far from being saturated.
Okay.
I think it's far from being saturated, yes.
Yeah, and it's good to know because I feel like even if we consider Punta Cana, but there's also so many other places. They can go to the south or Santo Domingo, and I think that's good to know because I think that's the fear of some investors. They were like, you know what? How about this gets saturated? What would happen? Yeah.
Well, if it gets saturated, then we might face situations that we will have to study how to handle them. But we are a very small island. The world is huge. There's so many markets that Dominican Republic is not even targeting yet.
Okay.
So I'm not even afraid about saturation because there's so many markets that Dominican Republic is not even targeting at this moment in time.
Okay.
So it's a matter of targeting. And when you see crisis going around the globe, and Dominican Republic has done well over the crisis, we target a different market. We have always find a way to put the right strategy in place and target a different market and always have tourists coming to the Dominican Republic. So I'm not really too worried about the market being saturated because of I don't see that happening in the early future at all.
Okay, that's good because it explained the vision of the country. If the vision is to attract 10 million and now during pandemic it was 4, they can go back to 6, then there are room to grow, and I feel like that's what's going to continue to happen.
Yeah. Pre-pandemic it was like 6.2 something like that. I don't think our market will be saturated for now. I think we will continue to improve, like things that are already on the table. Like you visit Punta Cana, but you can also spend 2 weeks in the country. You spend 1 week in Punta Cana, and then you go to other destination because the country is so beautiful. They have plenty of options in terms of climate, different climate, whether it's the mountain, the water. So there is a lot to do in the Dominican Republic, and that makes me feel very, very confident and not to worry about the market being saturated.
Okay, that's good to know. Now, how do you see, let's say, the government to receive that many tourists? It also means like to improve the infrastructure of the country. We go to Punta Cana, we see like there's a lot that needs to be done. How is the dynamic? Do you see like the people are considering dating to improve the infrastructures and make the place a better place for foreign investment?
That's a great question, and I'm in a very good position to answer that question because I've been in Punta Cana for the last 18 years.
Yes.
And when I talk to my clients who has been going to Punta Cana for 20, 15, 10 years, 5 years, I'm always there sometimes I don't even see the changes. But when
Okay.
my clients come, they tell me, hey, there's so many things new.
Okay.
I see that the government is now working on the sidewalks. I see that the roads are better now.
Okay.
I see that the buildings are better now. And that makes me think, oh, yes, yes, and definitely yes. We still have a lot to do. We still have a lot to do, but we are getting things done.
You're getting things
we're
done.
We're doing them.
We're on the way.
We're getting
yeah.
things done.
That's good. That's good to know because it is a growing market, and I'm sure it's even probably new for you guys, right? Because you probably 18 years ago you wouldn't think Punta Cana would be that way, or did you always think it would be?
Well, we were optimistic, but it has been faster than we expected.
Okay.
It has been better than we expected.
Okay.
So definitely yes, we're pleasantly surprised.
That's good. It is good. It's good to always be pleasantly surprised. Now we almost at the end of our amazing conversation, which I'm enjoying so much because I'm obviously in the real estate sector as well, and that foreign investor coming here to invest, do you advise them, let's say, to go a condo, to go villa, to go I already know the answer because I know how you work, but I'm sure they ask you, okay, should I buy a one bedroom condo?
Well, they ask me questions and you will feel, if I'm the one making the investment, I also have to go to a real estate agent and ask him the question because he's the expert. So the lawyer will not be the right person to answer that kind of question.
Yes.
I can probably give you an answer from my personal perspective. And from my personal perspective, it will not be based on the statistic, on what are the buyers looking for. So definitely, I think the best thing to do will be to consult a good real estate advisor, a good real estate agent, and I'm sure that they are on this on a daily basis. They're answering the question, they're doing the research on that on a daily basis, and I'm sure that this is where you should go to get that type of information.
And I'm sure that's how you do it, because really when I met Johan, I was really impressed by the fact that if you don't own that decision making, you don't be part of it. Because,
absolutely.
And it's good because sometimes you don't want to tell people where to go if you don't know where they should go.
We don't want to give you wrong information.
Yeah.
These are important decisions. People bring their savings. They take loans for that. So I don't want to give them an information based on what I think. No, they're looking for a professional information. They're looking for an information that might change their life.
Yes.
So I don't want to just tell them something that I'm not sure, that I don't know. I shall guide them to go to the right person. In this case, the real estate agent.
Yes, perfect. Okay, we've seen that booming that we in the real estate, the investment and the whole hotel industry has had a lot of influence. Now we also see there is this energy towards new development project. What do you think would happen between all these investment that were made in the hotel industry and now the hotel industry will feel like there are competition over there. There are a lot of development project.
When I talk to my clients, I see that it's a different type of vacation, right? Some people, and that is what makes it special. That is because you have the option. You just want to come and do nothing. Then a resort will be perfect. But you will like to come and interact with the culture, eat at a different restaurant every day, see what the real Dominican food tastes like. Then you go to a condo.
Yes,
right?
It's a different
it's
dynamic.
a different thing. Yes. You go to a condo, you go to a villa. It's a different vacation style. You want to sit there and do nothing. Then you go to a hotel. And I think this is actually, when you see the new infrastructure of the new condo, they look like a hotel. They have hotel facilities because people are enjoying more and more to go to condos. And this is what makes sense to invest in real estate in the Dominican Republic, because people, I just met a couple. They told me, I've been coming to the Dominican Republic for the last 20 years and I always go to the same hotel.
Oh, wow.
And I said, and why are you buying a
but-
property?
yeah.
Because I met that lady.
At that hotel.
No, she met a lady, a real estate agent, who presented her a different way that
Of
she
seeing
never
things.
thought
Mhm.
that existed. And what is that? Going to a different restaurant that has nothing to do with the hotel.
Yeah.
That you interact with the people.
Mhm.
That you eat fresh fruit
Mhm.
right from the
The
truck,
shop,
the
yeah.
vendors, and that is the Dominican Republic.
mhm.
Dance a merengue at a hotel or something, at a plaza or something. It's
a-
more interaction. It's a different type of vacation. Concerned about if it's safe or not. Punta Cana, for example, is extremely safe. It is extremely
safe. Yeah.
You see young people, old people walking on the street all
Yeah,
the time.
It is safe.
And we protect them.
That's good.
We guide them.
Yeah.
We help people because we want more tourists to come. We want more condos to be built.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. Now, speaking of condos, more condos, we know like these foreign investment, they come from everywhere. How is that percentage of what do these investment come from the most?
Well, U.S. is a very important. The U.S. market is very important for the Dominican Republic, Canadian as well. I will say U.S., Canadian. Then you have Europeans as well from the different European countries, but definitely U.S. and Canada should definitely be some of the top one.
Okay, nice. And then I guess there are no spatial treatment towards this type of investors, right? Everybody's treating equally, just like you said.
We make no difference. We make no difference.
That's good.
And this is what makes the Dominican special. Everybody feel that they are welcome in the DR, and that's how we want our investors, our tourists to feel. I want them to feel welcome.
Okay, now let's say for someone that wants to come to Dominican Republic, has been hesitating his whole life to come, what would you tell that person?
Book a hotel and come, book a condo and come. Book your ticket and come. That's what I will tell them.
Because it's true. It's true because I feel like once you come, you get in touch with the information yourself. You meet the different expert. You really master the information, and you can make the decision.
Yeah, absolutely,
That's
absolutely.
True. Nice.
Yeah, it's when you come and you leave your own experience, is definitely the best. It's definitely the best. Then you have your own conclusions. It's not based on a third party. It's always good to know what other people's experience was so I can make a better decision, But when you come and you experience it on your own, you see that people are nice, that food is good, that walking on the street is nice, that Santo Domingo is the first city of the new world, that we have so many monuments in Santo Domingo, that there is so much good food in Santo Domingo. Definitely, then you should think about staying more than a week.
Nice. Stay more than a week. Come as a tourist and leave as an investor. This is something that we truly, encourage people to do and just come and experience it and see, why should you invest here? Let's say now we arrive unfortunately at the end of our podcast. What's next for the real estate sector in the Dominican Republic?
Well, I think to continue to improve, to continue to see what people prefer, what do they like, what do they want, and connect with this. I think this is the next, and explore different ways of giving different experiences to our visitors. I think this is basically it. Continue in that process.
Awesome. Johan, it was
my pleasure.
Johan, it was an absolute pleasure to have you here. What a great conversation. I'm sure our audience will absolutely enjoy it too. A last word?
Well, thank you, and come to the Dominican Republic. Dominican Republic is safe. As I mentioned in the beginning, Dominican Republic is the true land of opportunities. There is a lot to do here. Here you can, with very minimum amount of money, compared to other countries, you can buy good properties, good location, spend a great vacation. So definitely land of opportunity is Dominican Republic.
You've heard it. Johan, thanks again. Thanks again. I'm so happy
Thank
that
you.
really you came all the way from Punta Cana. I know you're busy. You make the effort to come to speak with our audience. Really, that commitment, your professionalism, I commend it. You know, like I'm a fan of your work. Keep doing that work that you're doing. I'm proud of you. I'm proud to see, like,
Thank you.
Professional, taking things to another level. May OCC keep thriving. I know you're doing great over there, but may you keep thriving. And for you watching today, I hope that you receive all the information about investing in real estate and Dominican Republic. You've heard about the opportunities. You've learned about like all the perception that you might have towards investing. You heard about the laws that would protect you as an investor. You heard about why investing here is a safe choice for you. I will see you next time. I am Marcus Burrow, and this is the Bridge Podcast.